It's the Jaden Show, and here's your host, Jaden Cornelious. Another Sunday has fallen upon us, and welcome to the Jaden Show. I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time with you today because I'm going all the way to United Kingdom to meet a fantastic songwriter, singer, producer who has a #1 hit on the Heritage chart at the moment with the amazing Tight Fit. His name is David Bugg. Let's go and meet this man. David Bugg, welcome to Mexico and the Jaden Show. How are you doing, young man?
I'm very well, thank you very much for having me. Pleasure.
It's a bloody pleasure for me, mate. I'm well excited that you're on my show. How's it going? I believe that you're probably celebrating at the moment with a #1 on the Heritage chart with Tight Fit. How bloody amazing is that, man?
Yes, it was a bit surreal at the time. We went to #1 last Sunday. It was one of those take a big sharp intake of breath and just try and absorb what's actually happened. But yeah, it's been amazing, and Tight Fit did a great job. So
they're bloody amazing. They're legends anyway. In fact, I had Steve on the show. I think it was on New Year's Eve or just around New Year's Eve. Actually,
I saw that.
Super guy. Congratulations. I mean, how long have you been writing and producing for now?
Oh wow! Well, I've been writing since about the age of 12.
Okay, so 8 years. That's good. So that's quite long.
Yeah, I've just had a very difficult life, I'm producing. I've been producing for about 15 years. So I've been, putting some stuff out there. Had some local BBC radio play and stuff. But Holding On to You was my first professional release. So for it to go straight to it didn't go straight to #1. It hovered around #2 for a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's bloody amazing as well, mate. I'd have me champers out for that.
Yeah, but to have a #1 on your first go, yeah, I'm pretty stunned by it.
I bet you're completely stoked, mate, and well deserved because it's a bloody smashing song, man. Like the minute I started playing it, it was kind of just on repeat. Such a cool classic pop track, mate. Just feel good, great lyrics, amazing. I mean, it's just a really, really, really good track, and the guy's done brilliant. Obviously,
they have, yeah.
Really
the track basically does exactly what it says on the tin. This is pop. What a fantastic band to actually record it. Tight Fit. Wow.
Did you punt it to them originally? I mean, was it written for them, or was it kind of just given to I don't know, like a publishing company and and Tight Fit got really interested in that? I mean, how did the whole thing come about?
It wasn't cut and dry at all. I remember I was very aware of Energize and the music output that they do. I know that they, put out really good, strong pop tracks.
Yes.
And I've been wanting to write for them for a while, and I was actually sat writing something specifically for Energize, but no idea who end up was going to be for. So I wrote the track, produced it myself, but I didn't believe my production was strong enough. So I got in touch with a producer by the name of Phil Harding, who
I know that name.
Yeah, Stockake and the Waterman, produced Rick Astley, Kylie Minogue, Dead or Alive. So it kind of made sense to me to approach this producer particularly to see whether he could, take this song forward. So we had a chat. We got in a professional session singer, recorded the track. It was sent into Energize, and the rest, was history. But it just happened to coincide that Tight Fit had just recently been signed by them as well. So, it just couldn't have been timed any better, really.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And obviously, you're probably too young to remember Tight Fit the first time round. But was you kind of fan of their old stuff? Fantasy Island and The Nine Sleeps Tonight?
Yeah, I'm very much aware. I'm 49 now, so.
We're the same age, dude.
Oh, right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
73 babies. Were you 73?
Some people have obviously aged much better than others, so you're looking much better than what I
Oh,
am.
I thought you meant. I thought you said some people have aged much better than us, and I was about to say, right, this show isn't going to be going out.
I wouldn't be so rude, but very much
Other
aware of
voice.
its history. And yeah, I remember Fantasy Island, Secret Heart. Yeah, they actually did some pretty good album tracks.
Yeah.
There's some good pop tracks on there, believe it or not. And I was very much a fan of them at the time.
Oh, I remember sitting on the desk in Mrs. Emerson's English room. So it was second year juniors. Oh my god, I must have been like 7 or 8. I can't remember. Just singing to everyone with a pencil, "Fantasy Island, all we ever dreamed." I really just wanted to be. I can't. It wasn't Denise. I can't remember who's the other lady's name. I can't remember now. It's gone out of my head.
Really?
Yeah, I just wanted to be her. I just thought she
Yeah.
was amazing, so sexy, so cool, beautiful voice. Denise, obviously beautiful, completely beautiful as well. But there was just something about Julie that I was just like, oh my god. I just
Yeah.
remember sitting on, 7 years old. That's it, man. Can't believe it. And now you're working with them. Well, Jill, mate.
Oh, no. Yeah, Fantasy Island, such an iconic track. It deserved to be bigger, I think.
Well, so this is so today, tight fit. Tomorrow, Diana Ross. I mean, like, where are things going with you now, mate?
Well, as I say, it's all very much open at the moment. I've been writing some new stuff, and I produced it, and I have pitched a new track to Energize. I have had a message back from Gary, who runs Energize, and everything seemed very positive so far. They like the track. They say they want to use it, but as to what it'll be used for at this moment, I don't know. But I'm just very happy that someone's actually liking my music and is actually doing
Feeling your
something.
creativity, absolutely, man. I think that's the hardest thing as an artist. I mean, like, you hear things and you know that it's good, like, you, because it's from your soul, it's from your heart. I mean, I think, this is a cracking song, and I never understand why other people don't hear that same. It's like, you
Oh
know,
dear.
it's like a soul destroying industry, really.
It
Like I
is.
said, you could be working for 8 years like you have, and it's just like, it just takes that one thing that, is so blatantly amazing. But I'm pretty sure you have a library of pretty amazing tracks as well. But it's like, why this one is different? Because it's probably
Yeah.
it might not even be your favourite track. There might be other tracks you've written that kind of really grab you a little bit more, right?
Well, the crazy thing is, as I say, I was in a band myself. I went to music college, and I met someone called Lisa there, and we formed just like a duo, and we was writing and recording, and we was sending out music via cassette,
Yeah, I remember
you know,
those days.
to labels, and obviously never heard anything back, and then when I sort of like time jump from then to now, and I see what's available to people of today compared to what was then, I'm like, we never really stood a chance, to be honest, back in the day. And I think I was concentrated too more on actually being the artist rather than concentrating, put my efforts into the writing. So maybe the writing wasn't as strong back then either. Whereas now, I solely concentrate on writing where I can actually give it the time that it deserves.
And develop your craft even more, I guess.
Yeah, as I say, and I've learned so much what will make a good pop track and what can be discarded.
But
Um,
I think one of the sad things is now that you can be pretty shit and still have
yeah,
1 million followers on TikTok and YouTube.
yeah,
And the record
absolutely.
companies look at your following before they look at the content of your music, and that's one of the hard. I mean, it was like I said back in the day in the 90s. I mean, they were saying something like 220,000 people a year or even more go for a record deal, and only 200 a year get one. And I had two. So already I was completely blessed and lucky. And I remember being in like A&R guys' rooms, seeing the bags and the bags and the bags of brightly coloured envelopes, cassettes, hanging out, and thinking, oh my God, I'm actually sure that mine are in there somewhere. It's just because of the me being lucky that I got to this stage. But
Yes.
whereas now you can actually be really quite shit, class yourself as singer songwriter, create your own YouTube channel, and have 1 million followers.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, they tend to look at your volume of followers before they actually look at the talent. So quality over quantity has been turned on its head in a way, and it's now quantity over quality.
Yeah, which is pretty sad. But also on the flip side of that, I guess it gives the likes of us an easier way to profile our art, right? Before
Yes.
we were completely reliant to having a deal to be able to be recognised, whereas now we have YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and Snapchat and Facebook, and we can literally make our own TV channel. So it's pretty really, it's kind of lucky, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've now had your #1 hit on the Heritage chart. So is that like, I've done my thing now as a writer producer, I'm now going to turn to modelling or singing or acting, or are you now? Do you feel like you've achieved your goal, or is it kind of spurred you on to think, right, I need to do this again? Or so what's happening now? Apart from, I know you've submitted another track to Energize, but like, are you looking at maybe doing some more singing again now, or what's going on?
I would like to get back to singing again, and I'd love to get back on the stage. I'm not so bothered about actually putting out a physical release anymore, because I just don't think I'm strong enough artist to do that. But yeah, it has spurred me on to continue writing it and trying to write, the best music that I can possibly, get from myself. So basically, the writing side is a direction that I would like to continue down.
Continue to do it. Fantastic. So when you're sitting at home and you're chilling, Coronation Street is finished, and you think, right, I'll listen to some music. Do you listen to your music, or what other artists would be your go-to?
Okay, so the only time I listen to my music is if I've written and produced something and I'm just listening back to the mix, just to see what can be changed, what. But the artists that I listen to mainly, gosh, wow. Well, I absolutely love Annie Lennox, Eurythmics, Jamiroquai, Bucks Fizz. I was a big fan of Bucks Fizz.
I'm loving Fizz. I'm loving their last album. Bloody
haven't they done amazing?
Bloody. In fact, I was playing some, because obviously I live in Mexico, and I don't think many Mexicans have heard of Bucks Fizz before. Although, funnily enough, I can go into some shops and hear 5 Star playing on the radio, which is quite interesting. But I've never heard Bucks Fizz. But I remember playing like this group, one of their latest songs. I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, to some friends here in Mexico, and said, "Oh, how old do you think these guys are?" And they went, 20s, 25, 30. And I showed them a photo, and I'm like, they're kind of like my age and above. And they were like, oh my God, they're amazing. I was like, they bloody are amazing, to be fair.
Yeah, and as I say, because there was quite a long gap from the last album to the stuff now that they're doing with Mike Stock, certainly haven't lost it vocal-wise.
No, they in fact better, I think.
Strong as ever. Yeah, absolutely. So Bucks Fizz was a big influence for me, and if it wasn't for them, they was my inspiration to how I learned how to write harmonies, basically.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. They have an amazing vocal ability amongst themselves, and I used to pick apart the harmonies in their tracks, and then learned how all these notes was fitted together, and what made a wall of voices, really.
Yeah.
So yeah. pretty much thanks to Books Fizz that put me on how to write harmonies and stuff. So yeah.
They were amazing, man. Well, like I said, they still are. They're still really good stuff. So you'll sit back and you'll put your feet up to a bit of the Fizz now, will you?
Yeah, I will, but I'll still equally sit back and put my feet up and listen to Björk.
Okay.
I think she's an amazing artist.
Yeah,
Amazing woman. So yeah, I if it speaks to me, I will listen to it. I will give it
quite an eclectic mix, then, really, from
sure.
Bucks Fizz to Björk is kind of like, you know.
Yeah. There is a leap there, but you know, it's all good music, and if it's good music, it will shine through.
So you are obviously a really amazing pop writer. Do you write any other genres as well, or are you pretty much a pop boy?
I do write other genres, but it is pop music is my first love. It speaks to me. It, as I say, it makes me happy. I don't want to get bogged up. There's enough going on in life without getting bogged down with all the complexities of it. Yeah. So to write the pop track and just be in the moment and, you know, write a lyric that will bounce along quite happy with that. But, you know, that's what I usually write. But I am known to write the odd ballad or, you know, those kinds of stuff. So
yeah, sweet, man. I think the thing that I loved the most about the song when I was listening to it was the fact, you know, like you said, you know, we're not living in the easiest times, you know, globally at the moment. It's pretty hardcore. And for that 3.5 minutes that I was listening to your song, I'd actually forgotten all the shit that was going on. And I listened to it again, and I listened to it again, and I listened to it again, and that was almost my equivalent. I mean, I don't smoke because I'm asthmatic, but that was obviously my little equivalent of a joint. It just took me completely out of the shit that was going on in that moment, and I was just like, oh my God, this is a tune. Like, I'm loving this. And I think that's one of the most important things about music is the fact that it's, not only is it a time machine, I mean, it can totally transport you back to 1974, 1998. I mean, when that particular song or artist was really, you know, created some kind of, I don't know, trauma or memory or something within, you know, your brain. But also, it's the best drug. It kind of, you know, it can destroy you. Don't get me wrong. There's been many a nights where my pillow was soaked because of the bloody music I was listening to. But but also, on the flip side of that, it can just take you away from the shit that's going on globally, and you can just be lost in really nice, up-tempo, good-feeling, great lyric music. So thank you, mate. That was my little bit of escapism when I first heard that.
Thank you very much. I think that's probably the best description I've ever heard.
It was super, man, super. And I really hope that, you know, long may your success continue. I really hope for bigger and better things for you as well, because, like, you know, you're a talented writer. The song was wonderful, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe even one day there's, you know, possibly a David Jaden collaboration on the books. That would be super cool.
Absolutely,
it would be cool for me. I don't know what it would be for you, to be fair, but I would love it. You'd be like, oh,
you're a legend, no. You're a legend.
I'm a legend, I think. That's about it. Legend. I'm far too young to be a legend, darling. Couldn't possibly be.
Absolutely, of course. Yes.
But no, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Well, I want to say thank you so much. But before I say thank you so much, where can everyone find you? How can people find you on social media platforms and your music download platforms?
Well, they can find me on Twitter, David_Bugg, or on Instagram at DavidBugg1. As for the track that's out at the moment, Holding On To You, it's available everywhere at the moment.
Fantastic. Fantastic. We'll be sharing links to that not only underneath this interview as we're speaking, but also on the acknowledgements on the actual YouTube channel as well. David, I wish you mountains of success, mate. The song is beautiful. You're such a super guy, and continue doing what you're doing, mate. Because even by affecting someone for 3 minutes of their life when things are particularly quite shit at the moment, you're working magic, mate. So I really appreciate your talent, and I thank you for being part of my show, man.
Oh, Jaden, thank you so much for a brilliant interview. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. And come back. So when your next single, when Diana Ross has picked up the next song,
Diana.
I want a Jaden Show special, dude.
Of course, yeah.
I don't need Diana, but you can come back and tell me all about it.
Thank you so much. I certainly will.
Bloody wonderful. David Bugg, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
Take care, mate.
And you.
What a super guy, and I, for one, am very excited about that collaboration with Jaden, Cornelious and David Bugg. That's going to be pretty epic, I think. So keep an eye and an ear out for that, and you can hear it on my social media. So don't be afraid to follow, to share, to like, and to comment. Also, please go and show that man some love. He's a really, really great and talented writer, so please go and visit him on his social media platforms. That will be fantastic. Now, you've heard a lot about this song that has just recently reached #1 in the Heritage charts. I think we should play it. What do you think? It'd be bloody rude if we didn't, quite frankly. This is David's song. It's called Holding On To You. It's with the amazing Tight Fit. Enjoy it, and I'll see you next week on The Jaden Show. Take care. Stay beautiful.
Just where to start, trying to heal my broken heart.
But the coldest, darkest nights all have an end, and even broken, fragile hearts can mend. If you could see me now, you would not believe me now. Just how far I've made it on my own, so I don't need you around. No, I won't keep holding on. I can't keep holding on. I won't keep holding on to you.
I must confess I took my time, leaving you behind. I finally walked this road alone.
Now with every step I take, I finally see I have all my faith in you instead of me. If you could see me now, you would not believe me now. Just how far I've made it on my own, so I don't need you around. No, I won't keep holding on. I can't keep holding on. I won't keep holding on to you. Today I see the sun is shining. I know I found my silver lining. Despite the pain you cause, I wish you well. If you could see me now, you would not believe